Thank you so much for serving with us this weekend at Crestwood Kids. I also want to thank you for the patience you have had with us as we try new things to better the ministry. One of the new things that we're trying is running rosters. And this week it's going to look like this. I'm going to walk you through it so it's simple for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me during the week or text me or email me. I'm here to serve you. So that could be during the week, and also on Sunday if you have questions, I'm more than happy to go and re-explain. So this is how it's going to look. You're going to get a list with everybody that's assigned to your room. Do not get afraid when you see that there's like 30 kids on the list, because it's people that have been here maybe twice in the last 6 months. So we're trying to narrow the number down and actually have an accurate number. That's why we're doing specifically this. So it would look something like this. You're going to have several names on your sheet. Say Danny comes in at 9, you check mark her. Ruth comes in at 9, you check mark at 9. When the 9 o'clock service is finished, you're going to sign out obviously the kids that they come pick up. So if Ruth's parents came to pick her up, sign her out right next to the 9 o'clock one. Also know that Mr. Lee comes and counts how many kids are in our room. So before he comes by, check how many check marks you have at 9 and put your total down. So it's easy for him to just look down and see your total for 9. Then when the 11 o'clock teacher comes in the room, she will then look at the person who was not checked out, make sure that they are still in the room. If they're still in the room by 11, you check mark their name again and check out any new ones also. At the end, just put sign out once the person has signed out for that service. For 11, we want to know how many new kids came that didn't stay for both services. So you will have 2 totals. You'll have total number of kids that were in the room and new kids. So if you have 2 kids that didn't come for 9 o'clock, that would be your new number of kids, new kids. And then your total is, if you have 10 kids in your classroom, you would put that in your total. As we explore the Bible with our kids today, we're going to talk to them about how Solomon's wisdom was known with many kings and around the nation. You know, they knew that his knowledge could only come from the author of all knowledge, and that is our God, the one true God, the God of the Bible. As you prepare for your lesson, be sure to read 1 Kings 3, 9 through 16. Also know that the book of Proverbs, most of the Proverbs were written by Solomon. And in this book, he shares his wisdom with us. And he shares with us how to make good choices. And he shares a lot of advice about relationships and life in general. So it's important that we teach our kids to know the book of Proverbs, to read Proverbs, and to apply it to their lives, so we too can have wisdom and be wise in our decisions as we grow. For our Bible walk, we are learning the books of the Old Testament. A good goal for this Sunday would be that your kids learned at least the first 15 books of the Bible. For our learning project this week, all of our preschool will be doing the same craft at 9:15. It's going to be called Lamp Unto My Feet. They will glue the pieces of tissue paper to represent the light. Then for the 11 o'clock service, our 1s and 2s will be gluing this together. They don't have to color anything, they just have to glue the parts to it. It's called This Little Light of Mine. And for our 3s through kindergarten, we're going to do a Christ is our light cup. So it's 2 cups put together, and in the inside they will put the tissue paper. They can either glue it or just put it on there, and then you can help them tape the cup around. Our memory verse for this month is honor your mother and father as the Lord your God has commanded you. Deuteronomy 5:16. For our wrap up and goodbye, we have a theme called Are You Game? And if you see Creation Station, it's decorated as Candyland. And in our classrooms, we're going to be playing this game with our kids. It's a type of Candyland. You can ask them questions about the books of the Bible. You can ask them questions about the story that you just went over with them. If you can't think of any questions on your own, don't worry, because in your curriculum, on your sheet at the very back where it says goodbye, it has some questions already there for you. So you will get 2 pieces of pawns for them. You can separate your classroom into 2 teams. It could be boys against girls, or just split them in 2. And then you'll have dice there. As they roll them, they get to move the amount of spaces that the dice say. And in order to stay on that space, they need to answer the question correctly. Have fun with your kids, and thank you so much for serving with us this weekend.